and welcome back to Creative Cooking. I am your happy host, Dr. Helen. Thank you so much for stopping by. And because we are family, I have my sister with me. This is my oldest sister, Barbara. She's the elder of us all, and she's also my office manager. So this is really a treat for me to have you here. Thank you so much for coming.
I'm excited to be here.
Excellent. Now today we are having our episode. We've entitled it Treat Time.
Treat time.
Right, so we're gonna have some treats. We're gonna do some kale chips that are really savory. They actually kind of make it to that mark where you're just wanting something savory and you want something to just crunch down on. Chips are it, and guess what? They're completely and totally raw.
Awesome.
Isn't that amazing? And I'll tell you why they're raw, even though they're a little crunchy. Okay? And so let me tell you what the ingredients are. Okay. For our kale chips, we have 1 bunch of kale, 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast flakes, and then our cheesy sauce.
Right.
Now, we have made this cheesy sauce already on a previous episode.
Right, I remember.
So we should encourage, would you tell our audience to go back and look at that episode on the cheesy sauce?
Go back and look at it. Whenever she makes this sauce, I always lick the bowl.
It's a delicious sauce. It really is very delicious. And we have it for so many different applications, but I must make sure I let you know that these foods are so effective at lowering your blood sugar and lowering your blood pressure and lowering your cholesterol that you want to make sure you speak with your doctor before starting to eat like this, because it can be dangerous. So you might need to have some medication alterations or kind of change some of the dosages or even remove some of those medications. Right. So make sure you talk to your doctor first. Now, that being said, I like to get all those things out of the way. So
gotcha.
Now we're going to make our delicious kale chips.
I'm ready.
Now, I told you that these kale chips were raw. Right? They're considered raw because we dehydrate the chips. And as long as the temperature doesn't go above 118 degrees, then it's still considered raw. That's where you maintain most of the nutrition in that food.
Gotcha.
So once we make the kale chips with our cheesy sauce and our nutritional yeast flakes, we're gonna put it on the racks, put it in the dehydrator, and we're gonna set the temperature to 118 degrees. And it'll probably take about 8 to 12 hours. So if you wanna eat them in the evening, you might wanna put them in early in the morning, okay? And what I typically do is I will put the kale chips in the dehydrator, and then they're ready for me in the morning, and then I can take them off to work as a snack.
Right.
Right? Okay. So, you know, we just try all of these different time savers so that you're not spending a lot of time slaving over a hot stove. This time you just slave over a hot board where you just massage the kale, and it's done and it's over with and you're ready to go.
So the massage is probably most of the work, right?
That's most of the work. And then you put them in, you don't even have to think about it again until it's time to take them out. And I must admit, they're so tasty that when you go into the dehydrator and you see the chips there, you're going to eat them before they make it to the bowl.
I believe that.
So if there's a lot of chips, a lot of kale in the beginning, there's not going to be a whole lot left over, and you'll try to fluff them up and make other people think there's more than what there really is. That's what we did today. All right, let's start with this. I'm going to have you put some gloves on. And that way we can make sure that we're all hygienic, and it also kind of protects your nails too. So there we go. So we're going to take the kale and we're just going to take some of the cheesy sauce and we're going to massage it here on the board.
Oh, like I'm going to do a massage or something.
Yes, yes. And just start with a few.
Okay.
Yeah. Now what I've also done. Yep.
Just start?
Just start. And just take it and just, you know, just going to take it and just kind of, yeah, there you go. See, that makes it a little easier, right?
Yes, it does.
You know, you don't have to massage each one separately or individually. You just make sure you get enough of the cheesy
take
sauce.
Them all out.
And as a matter of fact, you can do it all in the bowl even.
Oh, cool.
Right?
Well, I've already done this. This is more fun.
It's more fun that way? Now, here's what I've done. If you've noticed, I've taken out some of the hard stems on that, and you can take those stems out and use it for a soup later. Remember,
yeah, that's a good idea.
I told our audience before that coming from a large family, we didn't waste very much. So if you use the stems, that can actually be a part of a vegetable broth, or you can actually cut the stems up and make it into a soup.
Or you can put it in your juice.
Or you can put it in, that's a great idea. You can put it in your juice. That's what we do. We juice them. The first part of our program in the Reverse It program is the first 40 days. Well, the first 40 days is a process, but the first 10 of those 40 days is juicing. And so when we juice a lot of kale and spinach, and we juice all these different vegetables, and we make these incredible juices. And one of the juices that I like, and I didn't think that I would like, is actually kale juice. I'm sorry, celery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but celery has so many different applications. It's so good. It's a diuretic. It's a low glycemic index. There's so many good things about it that it has become one of my favorites, even though I'm not really a celery fan.
I'm not either.
Yeah, but the way we do it,
Yes.
it's pretty delicious. All right, so now we have that.
I see a few little green ones.
Well, okay, well, you have definitely gotten that nicely massaged. Okay, now we're going to move our
This is a messy job.
It's a messy job, but somebody's got to do it.
Yep, somebody's got to do it.
Okay.
Okay, that's cool.
All righty. Now I'm going to move that out of the way.
Grab that one.
I'll take that out. Okay, now I'm going to put it in our dehydrator. And we have these trays in here with these Teflex on it, and that just stops it from going into the grate, right? So that grate, and you don't have to, it makes the cleanup really easy.
And it
Because
probably
now
won't let it stick either, right?
It won't let it stick, and it won't fall through the little grates. Okay,
So
so
should
we're
I
just going to layer it on there.
Lay it on there?
Yes, layer it on there. Kale, I mentioned earlier, should really have a publicist because it really needs to be out there in the world for people to know that kale is really an awesome vegetable. It has so many applications. It's really rich in iron. It's rich in vitamin A and magnesium and potassium. It is good for fiber. It has loads of antioxidants in it. So it really is.
That's a pretty
Yes, yes, you're gonna, yeah, you can take that off the stem. Okay, there you go. And I want to make sure that as we layer them, they're not covering each other because it'll take them longer to dry. Because we're really trying to just get it to really dehydrate. We're just taking the water out of it. I would take that stem off too.
It's like playing in mud pies.
We used to play with mud when we were little.
Yeah, when I was little.
Little kids. Well, I guess I wasn't playing with mud with you. I just wanted to say that she is the oldest. I'm next to the youngest, so there is some time between us. But
Quite a few years.
Quite a few years. But I have just always looked up to her because she and my mom are really the ones who taught me how to cook. And I used to call her, when I told you the story on one of the episodes about beans good for your heart, she's the one that told me, don't put the salt in the beans before they're tender because you will cook them forever.
Exactly. I learned that with black-eyed peas. They taste like peanuts.
You know, she's also the one that gave us that great tip about how to keep avocado nice and fresh by putting onion on top of the avocado after you squeeze your lemon or lime juice over them.
I found that out by accident.
You're so smart.
Just storing them together.
Yes.
To save space.
You know what I'm going to do? Like, let's separate some of those. Put them on another tray since we have it available.
They are kind of crowded.
Yeah, so they're not crowded. They will dry a lot faster because this is working with air circulating through them.
Okay.
And so if there's less crowding on there, then it'll be able to circulate through there better and dehydrate that better. And then try to lay them as flat as you possibly can on the tray. Now, I have made these so often, particularly in the beginning of the year. We do a 40-day detox, and kale chips is actually a part of the 40-day detox. We invited people to join us this year, and we had over 250 people to join us in the detox, which was really fun. We're going to do it again next year, too, and I hope you're able to join us.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we just did that because, you know, in the beginning of the year, all the things you've eaten at Christmas time, all the toxins of the year, it's a great time to just clean out. And I'm going to move this out of the way. Okay, now that's good. Now, I have to tell you that Barbara is very artsy, too, so she's making a picture here. Everything is all nice and neat, and she's incredible at organizing, so she's organizing the kale on the racks. You were really good at that.
Yeah,
now, I want you can take those gloves off and then try a new set. They're nice and cheesy.
Yes.
You probably wanted to lick your fingers on that.
I did, but I'm going to be good.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to use some of our nutritional yeast flakes.
Okay, and just sprinkle?
Yeah, we're going to just sprinkle some nutritional yeast flakes, and it just adds a little extra crunch to it. There's already nutritional yeast flakes in the cheesy sauce, but it actually, you don't have to go too heavily. Just kind of sprinkle and toss it around. Yeah, just lighter, a little lighter. Mm-hmm. Perfect, and then we can do it up here.
That one needs a lot.
No, it doesn't. Just keep going.
That's going to be mine.
You know, that's the thing with working with your older sister. She doesn't necessarily listen to what you tell her to do.
Not usually.
Okay. It makes it smell like chicken,
does.
doesn't it?
It makes it smell like butter.
All right. So we're going to put our trays in. And what I'm going to do is actually, that smells so good.
It does.
Oh my goodness. That is really smelling amazing. So I'm going to take out these trays, and then you can just put that right there. Perfecto. And then we'll put our door on. And then I'm going to set the timer. The temperature is plugged in.
24 hours.
And I am going to turn it over. Yeah, probably about 12 to 24 hours, depending on how crisp you want them. Mm-hmm. And when they're done, they are quite tasty.
Okay.
And I actually have put some aside so that we can try them.
Okay, I can take these off.
You can take them off. Mm-hmm. Now, I should have put more here for us, but I didn't. But I'm going to give you the small piece.
Okay, I'll get a bigger piece later.
No, I'll give you the. Oh man, I would have given you the bigger piece.
It's okay. That's really good.
Mm-hmm. That's tasty. Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Now, when you try these at home, and I do want you to try them at home, you're going to love them as much as we do. A nice little crunch, the savoriness, and there's a little kick at the end because we put a little pepper in there too. So it makes it.
Oh, that's what I'm tasting.
That's what you're
Red
tasting.
pepper.
Red pepper. Mm-hmm. That's in the cheesy sauce. So it gives it a nice little kick. It's absolutely delicious. Can't wait for you to try it.
Okay.
Let's go with our next recipe.
Okay, dessert.
Dessert. All right, this is our tasty treat. And we're going to have a pistachio crunch, fresas con crema. Okay. Now, there are Spanish-speaking people here, and I want to make sure that I said that correctly. And I get a nod. Do I get a nod? We got a nod. Fresas con crema.
Okay.
Even though I stuttered a little bit when I said that. It calls for a pound of fresh strawberries, 2 cups of plain non-dairy yogurt, 1 cup of cashew crema, 2 tablespoons of pure maple syrup, half a cup of raw pistachios, and we finely chop them. The crema, the cashew crema, is 1 cup of cashews. We soak them. 1/2 cup of water, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, pure maple syrup, and 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract along with the juice of half a lemon. We're going to garnish it as needed, and we will go from there. I can't wait for you to try it. So this really is delicious. It's quick to make, it's fun, and it's a nice treat. And you don't feel like you're just falling off of the wagon, but you're very satiated, very satisfied with what you get. Now this is done, typically fresas is Spanish for strawberries, but you can also do it for blueberries. So I won't lie and say that I know what it's called, what blueberries are called in Spanish, but you can do them with strawberries. And I did it with some blueberries too, so I'm going to kind of show you how quickly you can do it with either one of them.
Okay.
But first we're going to make the crema.
Okay.
So that we're going to do with our cashews and some water, some lemon, maple syrup, and vanilla.
Okay.
All right, so just start with putting the cashews in.
Looks like they've been soaked, huh?
They have been soaked. The cashews are soaked, and I typically will soak them
Just start pouring
Yep, just pour everything in. I usually will soak them for about 30 minutes up to 2 hours. The longer you soak them, the creamier they are. I don't typically soak cashews overnight because I don't think it really warrants that to make them creamy.
Do I pour the water all at once, or?
Yes, you can pour the water in slowly, actually.
Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, and then just go ahead and
see.
stop and then see
how it goes?
Yes. Perfect, and this is snap-on. I have done that more than once. Okay.
And
then
we're
put
off.
Put it down on
Down.
to low,
Okay,
and then turn it
and
on. All right, now you can turn the motor up. Okay, let's see if we like that consistency. Some people might want it a little thinner or thicker. What do you think? Is it well blended?
I think it could stand a little bit more smoothing.
Okay.
See, it's.
Oh yes, yes. Let's smooth it a little bit more. That's kind of key. You want to make sure that it's a smooth blend. So go ahead and flip it on. I would turn that down and turn this up.
Down like this?
Turn the motor. Yeah, use the motor. There we go. That's when this is high. Let's take the bowl there.
Okay.
Okay, now let's see if that's the consistency that you like.
Okay. What do you think?
I like it.
Awesome.
I like it. Because now what we...
I did that.
You did that. You did that. Okay. Now what we can do is put 2 cups of our non-dairy yogurt in there.
Okay.
There's a little bit more than 2 cups in there, so
Yeah,
leave
I
some
see.
in there. Leave about a third
much,
of a third, or what is this here?
About a quarter.
Here, maybe about a third.
Right here?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's use a spoon.
I could use this one.
Okay. Perfecto. Looking good there. Now, and if it's too thick, we can put a little bit more of our water in there if we want. Okay, that's good. I think that's perfect. Okay. And then we'll mix it up. You might need a little water to get that going.
Okay. Okay.
Beautiful. I think that's perfect. Perfect. Now let's see what it looks like.
That's
It's like a challenge. Yes,
put that
here.
right-
You can
right
put it
there?
right here on this napkin, right here. Perfect. And it looks good.
looks nice and smooth.
It's nice and
It's
creamy.
like a milkshake.
Yes, I know, okay? So we can move these out of the way, and then we're just gonna start plating them. We can actually make 6 of these, but we'll just do these now. And because I wanted to just show that you can, we'll just do 2 of each. I just
Okay,
wanted to
2.
show that you can do strawberries, and it would be called the fresa. And if you can do blueberries, and it would be called whatever blueberry is in Spanish. Okay? So let's start with the fruit at the bottom first.
Oh, okay.
Now I
Can I have
have
a spoon?
yes, I have the strawberries here. They still have the
There's one right there.
Here's a spoon. They still have some of the stems on them, so I don't mind having some of the green of the stems in there. And I'll put about 2 or 3 strawberries at the bottom, or 2 or 3 blueberries at the bottom, or there. And then we'll do, yes, that's perfect. Yes, and then just put them there. And I kind of like to see the phases in the sides of the glass. So I like to make these in glass dishes so that you can actually see them. It's really pretty that way. Okay. Yes, there you go. Strawberry. And then you're going to pour some of the crema on top. Perfect. We're just going to alternate layers. So.
Oh, okay.
Yes, good. It already looks good and it smells good. This is such a quick, easy treat,
Yeah, simple.
and anybody can do it. I don't know if my husband would do it, just because he might look at it and say he has to kind of layer it. He might not want to do that, but
So make 2 completely strawberry
Yes.
and 2 completely blue. Okay.
yes, yes, yes. That
But
would
if
be
I
perfect.
wanted to do
You can do blueberry and strawberry. At least in my mind, you can. It's probably not traditional, but
yeah.
hey, this is the Dr. Helen take on it. So we can
there
do
you
that,
go.
right?
You can do that. You have my permission.
Thank you. There's nice.
And more blueberries.
Yes. Yes, yes. Now, blueberries are anti-aging too. So it's just nice to eat as many blueberries. Like every day, I eat blueberries.
That's a good idea.
Yes.
I love blueberries.
Okay, and then you can pour some
Grabbing the
crema on
wrong
top.
thing.
I love strawberries too. Do you know that strawberries have more vitamin C than an orange? And people don't typically know that. You're thinking that you get most of your vitamin C when you do oranges, but strawberries are pretty high in vitamin C. That's perfect. You're good.
Okay.
And then the blueberries have these, you know, that purple, that deep purple color. It just makes it look really, really nice. You can garnish these too with just topping so that you'll know what's inside. I'll put a little bit more in that one
Okay.
so it looks like the other ones. Just a bit more.
One of these things are not like the other.
Perfect. Now put just a couple of strawberries to garnish.
Okay. That was kind of getting on my nerves. Okay, a couple of strawberries.
Yes, that's good. Nice. You picked a good one for it too.
Yes. That's too much, right?
No, I think that's cute. That's cute. And then after we do that, we're going to put some pistachios, chopped pistachios on top. Nice, nice, nice. I love it. See, the red and white together, it's really pretty.
Yes, it is.
There you go. Okay.
And then a couple of blueberries.
Then blueberries on top over there. Let's move this out of the way here.
Is that enough?
You can put some more on there. And then we are going to put in some pistachios. That's okay. Okay. And then we have some pistachios, so we'll just put the pistachios right on top. And just random placement. There we go, kind of in the center, and they'll randomly fall. Yes. Yes.
What a simple dessert.
Isn't that simple?
And it's cute. I like these little containers.
Thank you so much.
There.
I found them, and I was excited to find them. Now we can just clean up the edges of there. Move these out of the way. And you can see we can make several more, actually, if we do this size. The thinking is that these are larger, but I just feel like these are really, that you can make larger container dishes, 6 larger ones. But I think these are just rich enough and satiating enough, exciting enough for you to just enjoy a little bit, and you in that smaller container, it makes you feel like this is good.
Sometimes.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
Now, I want to just make sure that people recognize that type 2 diabetes is reversible. It is easily done with just doing the right things for it. If you eat the right foods, decrease the amount of fat in your diet, then your body is able to assimilate the sugars that you ingest much more readily. And as long as the sugars that you're using are natural sugars and they're a part of a program that includes the fiber, then your blood sugar levels will remain more steady. We have shown you really a lot of different things to help maintain your blood sugar levels, from the additives that we put into the food to the combinations of the ways that we put them in the food. And that's what we do in our program, Reverse It. And so through the series that we have done, all of our episodes have included different ways and different foods that you can consume to enjoy life in a more healthful way. And that's really what we're trying to do, is reverse type 2 diabetes. I am so excited that you were here to join us. I'm excited that we've had these beautiful kale chips and we had this beautiful fresa con crema, and that we are able to do this, reversing type 2 diabetes, enjoying it deliciously, because health is the new currency, health is wealth, and I want health to be the new normal. I want you to enjoy it, make this a good life for you, enjoy the food that you eat. Remember, make health the new normal. Enjoy. Love you. Bye.
Awesome.